Hey there, hope you're well today. Today I wanted to address the common issue I see with a lot of business owners, and that is when it comes to their social media marketing, they just don't know what to write about. And it just appears to be, a very complex, hard thing for them to do. And yeah, to be honest with you, in the beginning, I struggled as well. But what I then started doing was I started figuring out how I could trick myself into coming up with stuff, because it's important that you do, because at the end of the day, if you're not creating and you're not posting and you're not communicating with your target market, then they're not going to know that you're there, and they won't be able to deal with you. So I've got a couple of tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today. I hope you find them valuable. It's not a hard and fast rule, right? I'm not claiming this to be gospel or anything. It's just, what I've been able to figure out for myself. I reckon every marketer probably has their own system and how they do this. But typically my go-to question, and this is just such a simple thing to do, is to ask yourself, what does my ideal client need to know today that would really help them out, right? So typically if I do that, I'll have a topic within seconds, right? And I can write about that, or I can do a video about it, and I can post that. Done. Now, if I'm wanting to get really strategic and organized, doesn't always happen, but sometimes, for myself at least, it's always funny though. For the clients, everything's organized and procedural, and then your own marketing sometimes suffers. But when I do get very strategic about things, I do like to have structures in place. I typically have 6 types of posts that I will fall back on, right? And happy to let you know what they are as well, and hopefully you'll be able to use them as inspiration for your own social media activity, right? And I've written them down just to make sure that I don't forget them here on the spot. They're in no particular order either. So for starters, education about what you actually do, right? So a lot of the times, we're so involved in what we do, we just assume that the people watching or reading or whatever, that they actually just know what we're about. And so often I actually see people, they're pumping out content all the time, and I'm like, but what do you actually do? So to educate your market is obviously one of the main purposes of marketing. So make sure that in some of your posts, at least, you're educating the person watching or reading on what it is that you actually do and what your business does, right? So educational posts. Secondly, if you're a business owner, you went into business because I'm guessing because you enjoy what you do, or you love what you do, or you're very passionate about certain things. So, let people know, let them get to know you, and have, posts explain what it is about, your job or what you do that you love, right? People love to get to know the people behind the business, right? So if you can convey that in your messages and in your social media posts, that will definitely help people get to know you. Social proof, testimonials, reviews, share them. Make sure that people understand that, you can actually do what you say you can do, right? And sharing testimonials is not necessarily blowing your own horn, saying, hey, look at me, I'm so great. It's just, it's really nice to see these people saying nice things about me, and need to share that with you, because obviously you need to know that I'm all right at what I do, right? That's as simple as what it is. And obviously, testimonials, reviews, social proof that you can do what you say that you do, and that will also build your credibility and encourage people to reach out when they're ready, and if they have a need for what it is that you're offering. Okay, so that was the third sort of pillar, I guess. Another topic, sales, right? So even though social media is typically, yes, social, right? And people want to be entertained, they want to be educated, they want to see, they don't necessarily want to be sold to. But at the end of the day, you are in business, and this is the direct response marketer coming out saying, you need to make an offer. You need to occasionally, not all the time, definitely not all the time, because the social media platforms, and especially the Facebooks and LinkedIn's, they will pick up on that, and they will penalize your posts on too much the actual sales posts, right? So if you have too many, call today or book here, that's going to work against you, especially in the organic posts, right? That's what advertising's for. But occasionally, yeah, throw in, an offer, throw in your free thing, or here, download my ebook here. For sure, like, use it, because at the end of the day, yeah, we're in business, and the marketing does kind of need to come back into, supporting the business's sales. So definitely throw the occasional sales post in there. The fifth one is just general tips, things that your market doesn't necessarily know that they don't know, things that you believe they should know. That's how you actually also position yourself as someone that's knowledgeable within your market. And, if you can get people to realize that they didn't know about something that's actually really important to, what they're trying to do, they will definitely value what you have to say, right? So any kind of, tips, recommendations that you can make, that's obviously, a really great thing. Finally, behind the scenes. So people, love to know what's going on behind the scenes of the business, what you're doing, so share just, your day-to-day stuff. You can take selfies, screenshots, you share what you're up to, let people in, let people take a look behind the curtain and get to see what you're doing with your day. Absolutely does work very well. So just to recap, I know that was a lot to take in. And this is just the easiest thing to do, just ask yourself, what does my ideal client need to know today? And you should be able to come up with a topic to write about on the spot. And if you want to get strategic about everything and want to have an actual structure, the 6 sort of different subject groups that I typically talk about are educational posts, right, where you're actually telling people what you do. Tell people why you love what you do, secondly. Social proof, testimonials, reviews, so people saying that, proving that you can do what you say you can do, right? Sales posts, so make an offer every now and again. General tips, information that your clients need to know, and prospects as well. And finally, behind the scenes posts, right? Letting people have a look into what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, what you're busy with. Yeah. That's pretty much it. So let me know how you go with that. If you have any questions, obviously I'm happy to help. Always reach out. And I'm still offering my free 30-minute sessions at the moment for any small business owners that need some help, especially right now. Things are a bit tough out there. As anybody that's been on, that's actually had these sessions with me, they'll let you know that there are no strings attached. There's no sales pitches. It's just me helping you out with some marketing ideas where I can see that you might have a need for them. And and showing you how you can, get on top of all of that yourself. Have a great day, guys. I will talk to you again soon, and let me know if you need any help with anything. Bye.